I'm your host, Dulci Hill. Let's see. I know that on YouTube the camera's a bit low, so I'm sitting high. And on Facebook the camera is a bit low. All right, so let me see. How can I fix this? Let's. All right, I'm gonna screw everything up. Stand by. All right. You know what? It's not gonna happen. All right, Matt. All right, let me share this to a group. Hi, Matt. All right, let's see. Hang on. I gotta share this to Meerkat. That's it. All right, and so if you see this and you are in another group, you're welcome to share this in another group. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, you're welcome to share this. Matt, it's so good to see you here. Anyway, a lot of things to catch up. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. I can't believe it's Tuesday already. It is it's huge. Tuesday is, hi, Tim. Uh, Tuesday. So, how was everyone's weekend? Uh, what's the topic in D? You know what, Matt? Every time I plan a topic and I'm a former teacher, so I plan everything that I'm going to talk about. You guys give me the topic, and it's more important that you dictate the way this show goes. So again, I'm just your host. So so me planning the show, planning everything the way. Hi, Karen. But it is. I, I have things I can talk about, and I will talk about things. But depending on what. Hi, Bev. Depending on what. Hi, Stacy. Good morning to you. Depending on what you want to talk about, uh, that I'm gonna let you lead. So anyway, I did want to brush upon uh, uh, the issue, but last week there was a lot of discussion about COVID, and I've got the COVID vaccination. I've gotten a combination of hate mail and everything because people are uh, misinterpreting what I say. I say, you know what? I am the messenger. I believe that we should be overinformed. Hi, Chris. Hi, Lisa. Uh, Overinformed. We should know. It's better for us to know too much and make an educated decision than not enough. Let me tell you the reason why I say that. I've had MS for 37 years, and it's important that you guys know that in my experience, hi Jan, in my experience, what has happened years and years ago when they decided, in 2000, they decided I was going from relapsing remitting to secondary chronic progressive. The neurologist at the time put me on Navantrone. Navantrone was radical chemotherapy. The reason why I'm saying that is that at the time they thought it was the most helpful thing. And I got this radical chemotherapy. I took 2 shots. It damaged one of my heart valves, and they don't use that anymore for MS. So it's at the time, that was it. Fast forward, let's talk about Gelenia. I was on Gelenia. Gelenia makes you susceptible for two things. One is skin cancer, and I had malignant melanoma on that, and my neurologist recommended that I go on this. I was on it, and then I got the malignant melanoma, had it removed. I'm not on it anymore. So what I'm saying is that uh, I've got another instance. Remember, she took me off of Gilenya, and she was going to put me on rituximab, but she wasn't going to do that until my lymphocytes went up. And I knew I had an active, aggressive MS. So against my better judgment, I was without medication for 6 months, and I had a catastrophic attack based on her recommendation. It's not that she meant to harm me. She had nothing but good intentions available, meaning nothing, and nothing but good intentions. And I was hurt. Why was I hurt? Because, believe it or not, I just didn't ask I didn't ask questions. Was it her fault? You know what? It's not people who mean well, who care about your health. It's not even the CDC. It's nobody's fault when they want to protect you from being hospitalized. When they want to, it's no one's. Hi, Radisha, hi there. But Radisha, but anyway, it's not their fault when they want to protect you. It's not. There's a lot of good intentions, but there's also a lot of research, a lot of stuff that I should have known. And unfortunately, these doctors aren't like the old-fashioned doctors used to be. Remember, for those of you who were born in your 60s, early 70s, no, I'd say 60s and earlier, you used to have, hi, Stacy, you used to have a general practitioner doctor, a primary care specialist. Hi, Rob. Thank you, Rob. You always say that, Rob. Thank you. You're good for mine. But anyway, you used to have a primary physician, and you'd go to him for everything, or her, and they would look at you and they would refer you to a specialist. And they would call, hi, Dennis, and they would call, hi, Tanya. They would call the specialist and run like on a football field. They would run guard. They'd clear the path to make sure everything happened. So you didn't have to, if the specialist recommended you go on this radical chemotherapy that was going to help you, your general practitioner who knows you and knows your family and knows, because everybody goes there, would look at the chemotherapy and say, I don't want you to do this. They have your best. But it's so what am I trying to tell you? Based on my experiences, based on the fact that in 2000, neurologists thought it would be good for me to try 6 months of 1,000 milligrams of Solumedrol every month. I have osteoporosis because of that. And he didn't want to hurt me. He actually thought that it could help. So is he to blame? Heck no, he's not to blame. So that's what I'm saying. So now fast forward to this COVID vaccination. It is not, let me see here. It is, there's a lot of well-meaning people out there, but read the disclosure on all of that. Now the AstraZeneca vaccine has been banned in all European countries. They because it causes blood clots. Johnson and Johnson, if you're a Christian, they have fetal tissue that aborted fetal tissue in that vaccine. There's interesting thing. And again, I'm not going to focus on that because everybody has a right. Hi, Jane. Everybody has a right to accept or reject that. all my job is to do is just to educate you, is just to get you to understand the risk of the future, or you know, and that could be okay. But again, it's our relationship with our creator, and with our family, with you know, it's interesting because yeah, it's interesting. So I'm not giving you my opinion about whether I'm for or against the vaccination. I think information is huge, and I like studying the information. I study the information when it comes to uh, what is on the horizon for MS, what the cure of MS. It's important. All right, Stacy says her neurologist said no Johnson and Johnson vaccine for me, so I got my first dose of the Moderna. You know, it's interesting because hi Mace, my neurologist said the only one I'm on rituximab, and she said the only one I should consider is the Johnson and Johnson, which so I don't again. She said because I'm on rituximab. Hi there, Gina. How are you? All right, Gina says I don't need to tiptoe around my convictions. Just keep sharing the info. Exactly. Thank you, Gina. Yeah, but again, it's very important for me not to. Yeah, yeah, I am not to give you my opinion because my opinion may sway you, and I'll tell you what, I'm not going to be responsible for you getting COVID and being hospitalized, and I'm not going to be responsible for the side effects that eventually may come out of the vaccination. Again, we each have to make that decision. Hi, Stacy. Oh, I already said that. Now, Stacy, we talked about that last time. She is on to Sabri, and her doctor recommended the Moderna one. So, and being on rituximab and Ocrevus, they recommended, or the Johns Hopkins said Johnson and Johnson. However, if you are a Christian, there's a conflict because, again, there's aborted fetuses in the Johnson and Johnson vaccine. Uh, so you know, that's kind of scary. That's it's kind of scary, actually. All right, and Chris says just this morning they said the vaccine shouldn't affect fertility. Shouldn't. And Chris is saying shouldn't. You know, shouldn't affect fertility. All right, it sounds like they're not sure that it affects fertility or not. That's why the vaccine is a 2-year trial. It shouldn't. You know what? Which vaccine, Chris, were they talking about? Which specific? All right, Pfizer. Uh, I recommend the Pfizer. All right, Chris, Stacy, Chris, neurologist recommended that she do the Pfizer because she was on. She's on Tisabri also, and I also want to talk a little bit about an email I got from a sweet gal, and she made the same mistake that we all make. Oh my goodness, if you've made this mistake, then I'll tell you, I don't know, you haven't had MS long enough because everybody I have known, including me, has you know what? All right, let me just stop there. Chris says all the vaccines in general uh, have there's a factor of unknown whether it affects fertility or not. It may protect fertility. All right, let me see here. Stacy, I heard the church is allowing the J&J for emergency use. It's not against the Catholic religion. You know what? Well, that's the church. Then again, there's a lot of hypocrisy with. In fact, that's what I said to my neurologist. There's a lot of hypocrisy when it comes to the leaders of the church making these calls. The Pope says the vaccination is good, but again, the Pope is I'm not going to say there are religions that say that go directly against what the Bible says. But for me, the Bible is authority over any religion or any religious leader. For you, if you're the leader of your church, the Pope or anything, it tells you it's okay, and you want it's okay. Who am I? Hi, Richard. Okay, so I was talking about the number one mistake we all make when we have MS, and it's typically when we have secondary chronic progressive MS, we've had relapsing, remitting, and all of a sudden we have secondary chronic progressive, and we think, oh, the medication's not working anymore, we need to change. I'll talk about that. We need to change the medication to something more effective. That'll work. That'll make us feel better. That because we feel more disabled. And there are none of the DMD, disease modifying medications, improve MS. They don't improve. They may keep you from having an exacerbation that will further work towards disabling you. But only Tysabri is the medication that has a 20% chance of making you feel better. And I'm telling you, I made that mistake. The Jelenia is not working. I need to change, or you're on Ocrevus and you're like, oh, I gotta change. I have to change because I got to feel better. It's the medication isn't going to glue those nerves back together. And we're struggling with nerves there. Let's see. Jan says her doctor recommended Johnson & Johnson's as it's more like other vaccines that we have received for. But you know what? I read, hi, Shabria. You know what I read? I looked at the statistics because I'm a statistics check, and chime in if I read it wrong. But there was a release that you have to sign, and I want everybody before they get the shot. This is what I'm saying. Everybody, when you sign the release before they give you the shot, normally you sign it, and